things that you mentioned lastly were things like, for example, lack of trust, or intra-family relationships, desires around control, right, by those who have and have not. Can you talk about those a little? Because it might be confusing to somebody talking to family members or to members in a family when you're trying to raise money and getting signals that aren't what you would expect, right? What you're used to with, I want to use the term normal families, right? Less wealthy families.
Yeah. So, the first premise, Adam, is that if you or I were talking and I thought you were a very wealthy person and I wanted you to invest, I'd be talking to you as Adam. I want to try and sell you on why you should hire me. But the reality is, it may not be your decision. Or it may be your decision along with several others, or you may have to confer with others. And so you really want to dig in to how do you make your decision? Who's involved in this process? What are the dynamics? How do you evaluate opportunities? What are you looking for? And as I said a few minutes ago, it's very hard to detect where the emotions may be playing. So sometimes when you're dealing with families, you're building relationships with their outside advisors, lawyers, accountants, people inside the family office. If you build those relationships, you'll start detecting some patterns of inside tips of how to approach, how to manage, how to have a dialogue. Most families I've ever come into contact with are like every other human being. They have issues, they have challenges of control, how to address fairness amongst the children, how to address governance, legacy. Emotions run rampant because entitlement issues, you can name it. We can go through a whole afternoon of them. The question is, can you bring these up, and should you bring these up in a way that helps you in your decision making to get somebody to invest with you? And what I would say is that the most important thing before you even get to the investment is to really build a relationship with the family, so you are perceived to be a trusted person, which means that they've checked you out. Your product obviously has got strength. You get to understand them. You really can build rapport. You ask open-ended questions. You spend the investment time really building the relationship, because most wealthy families will use the quality of a relationship as a key criteria in their decision to invest. The issues that you asked me about, like emotions and risk reward, you're not going to find out just by asking the question.